Good evening, builders. Hopefully everyone had a survivable Monday. I seem to be caught in some kind of time loop. I thought it was like 9:30 when it was lunch, and I thought it was like 10 when it was time to come home. I stuffed some food in my face before stream, and I had to like gag it down because I was like, I just ate lunch. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully that's a good sign that maybe we're on, I don't know, Relics-III time or something. It's been a weird day, weird weather here too. It's like cold and rainy. Like legitimately, I was like, do I have to turn my heat back on after being absolutely boiling the last few days? So it's crazy town over at the tower. I don't know how you guys are doing. Hey, Adius, Matthew, Zerx, and Drew, good to see you. We're going to be continuing on with our Shadow Empires playthrough. We've been doing all right, although we have entered into a new war, although the aggressor doesn't actually seem too interested in aggressing, so hopefully that will maintain that and we won't have any accidents. Up on screen here is our brand new shiny model design director, Britt McDonald, and I was just checking out the stats here, and at our current rate, it looks like we probably need about 6 more turns for a new model of medium tank. I can't imagine this will be worse than what we have, so I am really looking forward to having that because we really could use some medium tanks in the field. Really. And while the ones we have over here did help, they were noticeably bad. Just ridiculously bad. That's one of the worst units I have ever rolled in Shadow Empires. It was ridiculous. Hey, Raycom, how's it going? Dim Bones Man, good to see you. Last time around, the major accomplishment, we have almost entirely secured the ruins. We call it GR Mall, and we are trying to get it up to snuff. We're building a barracks currently. We have the truck station, although this probably needs to be a level 2 truck station. Once we get the barracks, we're going to try to run the railroad down, I think. I also see that we have apartments. How good are those doing? 83%. Okay, that's not terrible. We're definitely going to need at least apartment 2s relatively quickly, though. So more things needed there. Last time around, beyond that, we worked on apartments in most of our cities. Although I see we still need a lot more housing. So that is apparently still a project in motion. Okay, we're doing fine here. That makes sense though. This Liberty's not really doing too much at the moment. Yeah, so that's coming along pretty nicely. We've picketed the west, but that is where that new war kicked off. It's right here with Alathar. Luckily, I had a MG unit on the way, and yellow is kind of cleaning up over here, although I'd much rather just clean up yellow than have to deal with another war, but it is what it is. We do have red over in the area. The Inferno Warriors are doing some good work in here. A lot of independent units that are kind of helping out back into the MG line all the way till we get over here, where we have a motorized unit that is actually just took some ruins, although yeah, this should melt next turn. There's nobody actually living here anymore, weirdly enough. And we have another motorized up here, which took over the Northern Trophy not too long ago. And we are trying to snake our way in here for a nice big surround if we can get a breakthrough somewhere before they squeeze out. I would like to do that just to wipe them out. I do think I am correct that we're going to find that their capital's right up here somewhere. Based on this being a nice paved road, but I don't think we've ever had vision on it. For some reason, he is running a lot of counter intel, like difficulty 160 to get a spy in there, like weirdly defended for some reason. Beyond that, we are doing fine on tech, although because of what some big game balance things in the current patch, we're still actually kind of behind. We just went up to Goss combat armor and we discovered charge Goss, although saying that out loud, okay, we're not researching it yet. So that kind of just is what it is. Most of my enemies have Goss and combat armor. That's what we've been seeing. We did have a lot of light tanks down here, although I'd be shocked if he can continue. We did notice that down here, these were taken over by rebels. I've never seen that before. So this might be his last city. There is also a chance he's got maybe one more down here. But either way, he is on the way out. I don't think he's going to be that much of a problem. My biggest problem now is going to be staffing an expanding border, which is always difficult. We're just going to need so many men. And especially on this map, because there's no terrain, I can't even just put a couple independents to keep, you know, an eye on things for most of my border. So we're just going to need thousands and thousands and thousands of border guards, essentially. But it is what it is. We will get a little bit of space once we can collapse this line. But I mean, that's like 6 dudes out of like 600. So not going to make that big a difference. Hey, Miles, how's it going? I think that's basically what I have to say about that. I think we are just ready to roll a turn and see what there is to see, basically. Why do I only see 2 people of this color? Okay, they're just mixed into the line. Okay, that makes sense. You come over here. Before we go, I also wanted to double check. We haven't grown any new bottlenecks, have we? We have. And I think that's because we are trucking a whole bunch of stuff over here, weirdly enough. Because we look at used points, yeah. We're trucking like 3,000 supplies here, which kind of shocks me. I would have expected us to rail it here and then truck it down. Yeah, I don't really have a great explanation for that. That's not the end of the world, but it is something of note. Getting the train station up will be pretty vital. Hey, Abby. Breakfast with Babel, I suppose, for a lot of people. Good to have you. Okay, let's run that turn. That usually is the best way to get back into things. See what trouble we can get into. Yeah, we also have these blue rebels over here. I forgot about that. What a weird game. I've never seen the AI have rebel problems. Like, I've seen them have some rebels, but not ones that were like actually doing anything, if that makes sense. So kind of a surprise there for sure. What I'd like to see is essentially everyone on my borders to be cowed. And I don't want to see a big buildup from Lathar. I need probably 30, 40 turns to finish up what we're currently working on. And I don't really have a lot to spare. The escarpments, I don't think they're passable. It has been a long time since I've seen a big escarpment, so we'll have to check it. I know there's a nasty bonus for the defenders if you have to attack up them. Did have some success with the Rebellion spy cards, but never saw the results. Yeah, I've played them before, and we've seen them go off, but I've never had them do anything, if that makes sense. Most of the time, it's just like feeding XP to the enemy. I think that's another situation where they're probably more effective if you're playing against humans than against the AI. Humans tend to have neater road systems. Ignore what you see here. Than the AI. The AI can just build roads around its problems. Yeah, it would really be nice to get down into this little bit of terrain such that it is. I will say, while I found this map relatively interesting, I do miss having some terrain. Killed 100 infantry, lost 100 infantry. Deal. Syndic Computer has shared delicate information with the Syndic faction. Tentacle Shogun is loved by the machine. Got a free gift, a cortical stimulator. Ooh. I think... Is that the XP item or the cap one? Fonzie. We should go look at Fonzie. Moral Grand State. Oh, I hate that one. Some old men in the tub. There you go. We did conquer those ruins. Oh. Right. Yes, you can't see me rubbing my hands together, but they're being rubbed. Oh man, this is what we want. This is what we want. So I need to update the APC. And I want to do that before I build APCs. Also, this man is really stocky. I don't know why I just noticed that, but he is. Everyone in this photo on the right-hand side is kind of chunky. What's going on here? But yes, one of my absolute favorites. I like this one specifically because they're both mechanized. There's another one I believe that has trucks, but the problem is one's motorized, one's mechanized, and cards sometimes call out mechanized. This is going to be glorious with our Gauss machine guns that have GR chain gun tech, are really nice light tanks, and are really nicely done guys. I also wouldn't mind a variety of this. It drops the tank and adds artillery. That's my preferred siege one too. Mechanized Assault Infantry Corps. Yes. All right, IO Camp, Private Investment, Zoo Project. Workers protest against CEO. Okay, we can actually eat a little bit of heart. I just want to keep getting rid of cronies. All right, so which one would we like to do? We would like to do Mechanized Light Infantry Army. Yeah, see, those are both the ones I want. So that said operationalized, though. Is that telling me that I just unlocked that and I misread that? Or did we actually get that? I want... Yeah, right here. Blitzers, Infantry, Troop Carrier. Okay, so this is... We did get what I want. So I am very happy about that. I bet you that other one is probably medium tanks. Okay, so Troop Carrier needs an upgrade. Did we have a good design for that? I don't even remember. I made one, but I don't think we ever even bothered to look. Or did I make one? Yes, I did. Yeah, 96 is fine. The other stats are kind of low, but not miserably so. It's got a really nice engine. 110. That's probably not worth a redesign. I think that's good enough. Obviously, as always, you know, 100 and up is where I'd prefer that lands, but 96 is fine. And especially, it already has a good engine. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. We'll just need to get that after we get the tank. Did I not play a rebellion card? No. We started to set up for it, but then we had to pay like hundreds of PP to get personnel moved around. Yeah, I did. Yeah, we were working on it, but it didn't happen. Moral grandstanding. Hey guys, want to let the barbarians in to kill us? Why, yes, obviously. Yeah, we're gonna minimize the damage, please. We still lost 3,000 people. Great. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, resource-wise, food go up. Water, I got way too much water. You know what? Should I mothball this guy? I'm only pulling 133. It's fine. It's fine. It's a little bit of money, I guess, to sell. We're losing a little bit of oil, and we could store quite a bit more. I will... Yeah, we're making food. And we're almost maxed out. Yeah, we can turn that up. We'll probably have to come back and turn that down once we start getting a lot of recycle centers up. But for the time being, I think that's fine. Okay, ammo is doing stellar. We did just raise the ammo factory level. And I really would prefer not to be making plus 10,000 per turn. So let's try it on 20. Well, let's go down to 50. We'll try it at 50% and see what we do. Now we have the capability of making almost, well, a little over 17,000 ammo per turn. If we're shooting 17,000 ammo per turn, we have other problems that we need to worry about. We are losing a little bit of metal, and partly that's from this, using 450 metal a turn. Power-wise, we're throwing away a lot of power currently. How is that possible? We lost 386. We have a level 2 plant. You can make 2,000 energy. So each operational level should be 500. So if I knock you down, we have 500 less. All right. Yeah, we're going to have to finesse this a little bit. I don't love that, but it is what it is. Okay, we don't quite have enough to pull a unit. Okay, I'll come back to this after we do our fights. All right, let's start over here. So, green is showing up. I hate it. I hate it quite a lot. Yeah, I think we're just going to take this position. I think we're going to have yellow attempt to continue what they're doing for the time being. All right, so if we go you, do it. Now these guys don't have a major supply malice.
Kill confirmed.
Okay, didn't matter though. One of the benefits of what we're doing up here is we have some pretty high experience on these guys. All right, now unfortunately, I think Teal's gonna have to stay here. Here. Yeah, let's not push our luck. Yeah, I think Teal's gonna have to stay and maintain the line. And I probably better get one more right away. How much is it going to cost? Well, we're never going to see the price over here. Hang on. Let's go to the capital. How much is it going to cost me to get a mechanized? Okay, so almost 5,000 IP, which we're okay on. I would need 11,000 troops, although that's going to be the same thing. If you look, it's 11K. I'm almost certain that it's not 11K. It's gonna do the thing where you need some to build the vehicles and then it like refunds them. We talked about that last time. Need 4K ammo, 3.5K metal, 3,000 oil. That's a lot of oil. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna wait for those upgrades though. Okay. That is what that is. Red, what do we got here? Another spot that needs an MG is what we have. All right, looks like we're not really ready to attack. Yeah, let's give them a turn. They're kind of banged up here. So are you. Yeah, you guys are really kind of banged up. You're okay. As are you. If I had you two go, yeah. Let's just not. Yeah, let's just get prepared. Yeah, I want to say we're not able to drive down that escarpment. Because we're only able to get down over here for some reason. Yeah, we can take that. Although we were able to get down off of that, so maybe that's not true. We do have the motorcycle here. What are you? Mercanteers. That's probably something I could kill. Let's not do it. Let's hold on to that. Wait for a better opportunity. All right, in the east, We were doing some shenanigans. I think he broke out of this recently or something, if I remember right. We have this guy. Okay, we have that guy that we were going for a surround on. Okay, do that. You. Do it.
Engage the enemy. Here's this.
That's what we like to see, and then let's immediately position up for a surround on him. We'll start threatening that one. Okay, tank down there. We have a gaping hole over here, but there's not much I can do about that. And over here, we'd really like to break through that square specifically. Yeah, we got the tank there. All right, come over here, Mr. Buggy.
Do it now! Mission accomplished.
Okay, that'll work, kind of. All right, take him.
Attack formation.
These guys already retreated once, so they shouldn't have a lot of fight in them. There we go. And the noose tightens. Now, you move up, you move up. Put the GR down here. Looks like blue. What are we doing here? And the motorized needs to go that way. 16th Infantry, you belong over here. All right, 9th, you can take over. And you need to go up that way. Take over. Sure, we'll double up here a little bit. Okay, we have a surround. Now it's just a matter of squeezing them out. Okay, random ice mine, that's whatever. Okay, we're working on apartments here. All right, I can already tell you, yeah, we're closing that. Yep, good job, Babel. I was gonna say, I can already tell you we're gonna close those things, and that's a true statement. We're working on this. Let's send some colonists to help his workers. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. We come on down here. What are we working on? One turn of apartments. Okay, I think I want a fuel depot, and I think I want a food silo. Let's start with the fuel depot. If we're gonna need, like, what did I say, 4,000 oil or something ridiculous, I'd like to store up more than what we're currently storing. So let's build a fuel depot in our capital. Okay, and everyone else I suspect is working on the apartments. Are you? Yes, you're working on apartments. And then you are working on getting the barracks. That's fine. Okay, and then replenishments. We actually didn't really lose a lot. I don't want to go too crazy here, but, you know, there's no point in not making some when we know we're going to need some. So we'll do that. We did lose one drag. I'm not going to overmake those because we're really hoping for a new design. A buggy. Okay. Not bad. We have a lot of PP, but we were saving up for a couple different thoughts. Covert ops. Let's get a bunch of spies in and see if we can figure out what he's up to. Also difficulty 160.
Yes, sir.
Apparently ties go to attacker. Good to know. We failed the third one. All right, we have been playing upgrade cards. We gave it some more RAM. There you go. Recruit senior. War game, sure. And then we also really wanted a Mission Impossible, because we really, really chewed through our fate points.
Roger that.
There we go. Difficulty was 150. I rolled 162. We did the impossible and gained 2 fate points. Thank you, Gray. Much appreciated. Still have 30 in the tank, and I think we will keep it there. Yeah, we can reliably play Mission Impossible now. We just need to actually have the points to do it. Okay. Let's run it. Yeah, I feel like we are not in as much as a pinch as we were last season with PP, but we're also not running the air, so not having the Air Force research thing is one entire branch that we're not funding. I'm very curious to see if that amount of spies will give us a little bit of info over here. I also really, really hope he doesn't test the north, because I would need probably 3 more units to actually plug that hole. And we still have a hole over here that I don't really have plugged properly. These are offensive units. Man, we have so many areas where I'm just like, man, if I had one more good unit. Yes, yes, you should all group up. That makes my life way easier over there. And that guy's panic shuffling. We like that quite a bit. All right, fighting with possibly another rebel group. I'm not sure who Pink is over here. Red rebels. It's too bad that they will not take Diplo. Be awesome if I could just annex them in. Suffer no losses. That's what we like to hear. Ah! Stop hiring cronies. Waste disposal. Oh, we got that gold-plated car, although I guess it's more like copper-plated car. Old men in a tub. Rub-a-dub-dub. Mission Impossible. Another maintenance. Okay. Incident with a joke gotten wrong. Okay, and look who it is. Mr. Crony. Mr. Krups. All right, well, I need to solve that problem, so. Yeah, I need, not that. I need to play a strat card on you. We need to get him something. He already has a Medal of Merit, apparently. All right, here's an official gift, kid. Stop making so many problems. We failed the roll. How the heck did we do that? All right, we're going to denounce his actions. Indignation over opulence. All right, I can't really use heart. I don't really want more government. Newt Baker is the director of military council. All right, we'll condemn it. I guess we'll just eat it. Major virtue crisis. Oh boy. Decry foreign manipulation and I can't afford it. Take the blame ourselves or declare we can surmount it. The AI really likes that option and it does give me 2 things I want. We're at 100. Yeah, I think we can eat at least 1, right? We can surmount this.
Copy that.
How much? 25. That's not the worst. That's not the worst. What are we currently doing on that? We are going up, but it's only ever so slightly. Hey, Sherlock, how's it going? Applied science. I actually need to call him up and change his research. That reminds me. We have 17 points of extra sanitation. Let's get some communication technique. No changes.
Sir.
Waste disposal, accident, and freedom. Full support, obviously. 227 against 142. Critical success. Very, very nice. Health score gave us plus 109. Okay, that wasn't too painful, although the virtue drop does suck a bit. We're losing a tiny amount of electricity and a tiny amount of food. Okay, that's acceptable. All right, over on this end. Okay, he does have it. He does have a city up here. Okay, Alba. What's with all these cities that have nothing but biofuel and a heavy industry or an industry? That's like really noticeable. Okay, Aura. I wonder if this was the capital. Major city. I mean, that doesn't look that far, but that's at least another gas station away. And he doesn't have anything for me to conquer to do it. Limac. Oh man. He actually has relatively well-spaced cities. Oh my gosh, he has so many. Oh laddie, that is gonna be a war. Okay, well, it is what it is. All right, and then here, can we get a cheeky little cutoff, please? Even if it's small.
Mission accomplished.
We'll move you there. I'll have you and you wipe that out. At least we're chewing through all these troops pretty effectively. Yeah, come on down. I do need to remember, we are at war with this guy, so it's not like this is a safe flank. I'm trying to roll it as hard as I can so that we can maybe take this, which means I need red to get moving. Apparently I can't move there for some reason in my artillery. That's weird. He can move up. Yeah, we're kind of maxing out here. Really? All right. I don't believe that, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, I mean, that's not the worst. That does tell us that we can beat those guys with the motorcycle. We'll just pull back until he gets recouped. All right, we got these lights. Can I just go eat those?
Do it now.
Yes. Yes, we can. Yeah, you chase that down a little bit. All right, and then here, can we get a cheeky little one? I don't think this can stop me.
Let's go.
He has no front line. But good enough. But good enough. You come down that way, and you too. All right, red. We need to make things happen here. Give me a probe.
Engaging enemy. Objective lost.
Yeah, he actually has done a really good job getting guns in here where they're actually useful. AI usually is really bad about actually doing that. So he's gonna actually get tank kills and whatnot, but needs must, I think.
Enemy.
He only has so many decent units left, so every amount of damage we do is very hard for him to replace. Okay, we'll let that be, unless this is ridiculously easy, which it is not. Yeah, I think we'll let that be. Okay, on the yellow side. Yeah, you guys are just done. Sad. over here. Oh, that unit either starved to death or was abandoned. I am more than fine with that. All right, green, come take up these positions, and we even have a spare. For now, I'm gonna go put you in town. All right, we've got this tank. Do it.
Engage the enemy.
Oh, he's got a warrior knight. He's got a warrior knight.
Yes,
Okay.
guys like us.
We do not like warrior knights. I do not need them turning hits into kills. Oh. No. Oh. That is Cryptodon. That is the #1 person. You are a long ways from home, friend. You have a little exclave here. I hate the little exclaves. Okay. Well, I dislike that a lot. Let's get in position for taking him out. Now, we're not at war with him or anything, but I would much prefer if he wasn't on my doorstep. Okay, we don't really have the oomph to do that this turn. I guess, knowing that, I will take all of that terrain. Okay, right, and they condensed. Alright, then I will spread out. We're probably going to need this turn to prep. I don't think we're going to have an attack in us this turn. We'll just get people into position. Yeah, let's not get greedy here. We've got a good surround. They're not getting out of that. Yeah, this is, I'm liking this. I just wish we didn't have that war in the West brewing. All right, capital. We finished the apartments. We finished the fuel depot. I'm just going to immediately say more fuel depot. 1,000 storage is nothing. 4,000 sounds better already. Droogsville. Now, we don't know what the new housing is going to be, so we're just going to take a turn and chill. How do we do here? 0.1 turn left on the barracks. I'm going to give you guys the colonists. I'm going to pretend that that's going to get done. And we are going to start building the rail station. It is becoming more and more important that these things get done. I really need rail to here, especially. A, for strat move, and B, for supplies. Did Crypto take Boston? Maybe. This is still saying Galt, but I think that's not updated info. It should, I believe it's like right in here. It's kind of like one of those like thanks I hate it moments, isn't it? Is there any way I could kill this? If you guys all attacked, what would happen? I think this thing's out of supply. Let's do a cutoff. And let's pray. Thank goodness. Okay, he was out of supply. Okay, he is also fully cut off. I don't really have a way to... Well, actually, if we do it again... Alright, try. I'm kind of feeling a little bit of a rush here, because I kind of want to establish good borders. Alright, a little bit of a risky play there, but I think it's going to pay off. Okay, That's all I got. That's all she got, Captain. That's all she got. Also, we probably need a supply line. Yeah, let's build a new sealed road. Nope, I want it to just be directly that way. That'll also maybe alleviate some of this congestion that's going up and then down. And you know what? Let's seal, not that that matters that much, but just in case. I could seal this road, which is weirdly being used to supply. I guess there's no reason not to. That if we're losing this, we're in a lot of trouble, so we'll do that. Maybe that'll help again with the choking a little bit. Right, now I already set up the train. I looked at you and you're just, you got point one. I'm not gonna try to speed this one up though. That one's hard pressed. We do have the troops to pull somebody in. I think I just need to get an MG. And I think for safety's sake, it better be over here. So can I pull them here? Sure can. Can I pull them here? I can. And we're starting to see that no, so we'll just go ahead and pull them there. Raise that formation. All right, replenishments. Good, good, good. Not good, and I hate this tank. Good. You have one more. Okay. Strat card wise, I think I want to keep pouring spies into, well, actually, no, now I need to change, don't I? We need to get one into crypto. God, the crypto bros have arrived.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hey, his difficulty is only 141. That's something. I can play 3 of these.
Yes,
1,
yes,
2,
yes, sir.
3. Okay, that's about as spy-y as I can be at the moment. Let's play a private investment at the 610.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, it's partly based on population, so a little on the low side there. And you know what? Let's also give them, I think we got a zoo. Yeah, a zoo.
Roger that.
And then I didn't actually check. What are you working on? You're still struggling to get the apartments in. Okay. Yeah, that is what that is. All right, hey, we're moving through turns pretty good here, at least. I noticed that, like, we've reached the point where most turns seem to take about 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how much intricate movement needs to happen. On the bright side, even if we are no longer able to territorially expand, resources-wise, this should be, I don't want to say it's enough metal, but a lot of metal. So that gives us a lot of time to find metal soil filtration if we have to go that far. I really dislike that green guy declared war on me. We were trying to be friends so hard, too. Also, you got cut off. What the heck happened over here? Shuffling around. I'm not too worried about this area. More than anything, I just want to get this done so I can go see if I can take his city up here. That does suck if the other area, and even if he didn't take Boston, I doubt I can get to it. Maybe he came in from this angle and I can still get in from here. That's a lot of frontage, my goodness. Everyone wants to fight peaceful democratic Babel. That's right. Poor peaceful Babel just wants to collect his scavenge. Bullies coming in, declaring war on me. Even the guy I tried to make friends with. we need to get those relics up. At least we have a little something something here. I hope we find more. I hope that's not it. Because he drained a good chunk of that. We killed 10 tanks and lost 100 infantry. Brought a private palace. Wide guy is wide. Roaming thieves in the GR Mall. Old dudes in a tub. Virtue is 75. Got state companies. Oh my goodness, we're going up government. Advanced sensors are done. Discovered resonance scanner. Finished our new tank. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. Okay, recon in force. Okay, is what it is there. Let's not beat around the bush. How's the tank? Let's get down to brass tacks. How's the tank? Much better. Base design's actually a little worse, but structurally, 113 this is a different tier from an 89. We're still better engine. We're much better weapon. We're almost double on armor design. Yeah, and the stats reflect that. Not perfect, but this is much more workable. All right, so let's immediately go in here. You're now the regular and you're the lows. And we need a better name. It can't be the main tank. This is going to be the Rumbler. No, the Thunder. The Thunder class tank. That sounds like artillery. Come on, give me a cool name. Hope, Saint, Battle Brother. Apparently, I'm also stuck in a time loop with coming up with good names. Class of a main battle tank, and it's better than what we used to have. You guys are killing me. The Wunder tank. I can only come up with juvenile names. We'll put you in charge of painting things on bombs for us. The Zeus, snap, you're in. The Zeus class. The Zeus medium tank. That'll play. Yeah, we're retiring the dragon and we're bringing in Zeus. That'll be so much better. Hopefully we can get some decent use, and then in the near future get polymer armor, and then that'll give us a chance to give a revision to it. Sylvan or Silas? Those aren't bad either. We might use those for the next tank. Okay, and then let's actually do our events. I got really distracted there. Protest against CEO, and I cannot afford to get rid of them. I really don't want more government. I really would prefer we were getting commerce. I'll just support the workers. Thoughts and prayers, brothers. Set salaries, no change. Okay, military research. I would like rockets, I would like cluster bombs, I would like resonance, but charged Gauss small arms is just too good. Okay, now we need to upgrade our APC so I can actually recruit new offensive units. And the one we have is fine. So we're gonna build upon. We're gonna take a Gauss machine gun, the 100 mil, and the heavy diesel.
Copy that.
Very lucky that we rolled so good on that engine, because if I remember right, our engine's grossly underpowered. Roaming thieves and GR. Yes, full support. Offer to buy slaves. Rafara territory slave traders have hailed us at the border. They're quite insistent that we should buy a group of 1,600 slaves. They've amassed next to one of our frontier guard posts in Northern Trophy. They say they just demand the reasonable sum of 340 credits. I have 18 credits apparently. but I would like population. So let's come in here. All right, the price of oil has actually recovered, and I can actually print oil now. So I'm actually going to sell that. I'm shocked that food actually isn't higher. Don't be a fool to cross us. This doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't buying slaves and freeing them be the moral choice? That doesn't make any sense. But yes, we will buy and free them. Welcome in, fellow syndicate members. Our spy in Crypto Dawnkeep has found info. All right, let's peek at these. I doubt this is going to be relevant. What even is your government form? I actually don't even know. Okay, actually, he is really, really close to us. He conquered my southern neighbor. This is the guy we were at peace with. Ah, their theocracy. All right. No peace, just war. It's basically pointless to even bother looking, but I guess I'll do it anyways. Okay. They have the Shining Doctrine School, who is mainly in charge, and 2 crappers that are not in charge at all. Doctrinist, Crusaders, and Humanist. I would probably... I don't know the exact of these, but I assume Humanists are probably better than Doctrine and Crusaders. So the Human Shrine Army is who we will support.
Copy that.
New commander for the 23rd. Sure.
Order received.
Can you get an AI officer? Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. I think the Syndic Computer we're running is the only actual AI character that I've seen. If you count him as a director as a character. I don't think I've ever seen somebody else. You can get various like droids and things to like use, but they're not characters. Okay, so if you go down, you go down, you go down. Okay, so I can go down 1. Okay, can we get a little cheeky surround here, maybe? Try to get the Southern Red City ASAP. We lose even more pop. Yeah, he is doing so good. He held, unfortunately. Very unfortunately. Alright, that just kind of is what it is. Oh yeah. Okay, no, this is Mercanteers. This is not him. But I do agree, we should try to get that. I mean, what are... Okay, we're already at war with them, so I don't need to worry about that. Ah, he cut off a tank. How the heck did he manage that? My tank like retreated weirdly or something there. All right, I don't think this guy can get away. I'm gonna try to get a surround on that. So many anti-tank guns. All right, what if we just go with an infantry attack here? Oh, but he does have a big stack of infantry too. And where is my arty? Where is my arty? Right here. For some reason, I cannot move to here with my artillery. And I don't know why. Alright, maybe I don't care. We could strat move somewhere else. I would like to keep this thing firing to try to get it some more XP. I can strat move it to here, but I can't move it normally. What is it about that square that's so... Ruins? It's a dirt road. But I've been moving around in ruins this whole time, and it's also got a road. Huh. I don't know what's so weird about that, but apparently it just really, really, really does not want me moving there. Okay, red. Yeah, a whole bunch of those red guys are actually just pooped out. You're okay, but you're just kind of by yourself. You're okay too. All right, what if we did 2-to-1 odds? That's better, but I really need to give these tanks a turn off. They just need to like get their readiness up. Okay, nice breakthrough, guys. Nice breakthrough.
Mission successful.
All right, we'll move just one of them. Okay, you are not ready. Okay, here. Alright, I'm so sorry, guys. I know you're in defensive posture, but you can do it.
Move out.
I believe in you.
All clear, sir.
Thank you. And you can go there. You can go there. No, I'm not going to be able to attack that, right? Right. Oh, that's going to be annoying. So we are currently staffing up what will be our border. Oops. There. Okay, what are you? These are the slavers we just interacted with. I probably just need to say I don't care at the moment and focus on taking down more yellow. Okay, motorized. Yeah, that's gonna be like a blister in my side for a long time, I have a feeling. Okay, we do have this blue unit in here. Why do I feel like I'm missing some? Okay, we'll track them down in a minute. Alright, teal move up. Purple. Well, pink move up. We just go around. Alright, and we have a buggy here.
Attack formation.
I'm wanting to finish this off, so I am going to do a probe attack. And then an all-out. Alright, so if you are motorized... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's my other motorized? Oh, he's down there, I see. Alright, come on, boys.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, not bad. Alright, again, I kind of want to be as agile as possible with these motorized. So maybe we can try to get some surround here. Yeah, we're in this like weird sprint where we're moving forward faster than we can get our defense lined up. Makes me a little bit nervous. I've got these units so mixed up now. That's going to be horrible. All right. I need some dust warriors. Okay, we have enough transports. We have enough light armor. We have motorcycles. We need buggies. Okay, and then I would like to make some Zeus so that they can start training. Yeah, we're gonna make 10. We're not gonna produce any more dragons. So as those die, we'll replace them with the better model. Someone did the math once about buying slaves to free them. Buying them increases the demand for slaves, which causes more people to be enslaved. That is true. That is true. It wasn't that many years ago that England actually finally paid off its own debt for its anti-slavery wars. Like, they were literally paying, I think, into the 90s on that debt. Hey, Gray. Good to have you here. You're doing some amazing work on the council. Always appreciated. Okay. I mean, a lot of movement, so I can't complain really. Other than this, I can complain about that as much as I want. And this I also can complain about. Okay, and you are mutants. Man, he's just got 2 different tentacles coming in. I very much dislike how close things are to my capital. Yeah, that is all we can do, isn't it? All right. Buildings, we finished the barracks and we're working on the rail. No surprises. We have 1 turn left on the fuel depot. We are also housing everyone currently, but we're gonna need another level of it. I think I am comfortable enough in our capital. Let's just make another one. If you have spare worker housing, they allow regular pop to live in them. How do we do up here? You're doing fine for housing. Fine for housing. Fine for housing. Okay, good. That's what we want to see. We did finish the apartments here. Now, I wish I could just sit here and let pop grow a little bit, but we just can't. We need that railroad. So I'm going to go ahead and start. We need an actual rail station again. Building that. And then let's also just do it. So you build rail. 2,300 metal. And then I want a secondary rail down to here. And then I may as well just go ahead and get that in. I don't think I'm going to rail between these two. I think at some point we'll get another city hopefully built over here, and then I'll connect those two that way. All right, that was a lot of metal and a lot of industry, but once those rail things are in, that should help a ton. Close to the capital, yeah. And it's never gotten better. In fact, I would even say relative, it's worse because this is the #1 player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes away from my capital. Feels bad, man. How's he doing? Has the situation changed at all? I would love it if somebody he's fighting would take a chunk out of him. No. 48.9% of the world's pop. Population-wise, I'm in 2nd place with 15. So he has over 3 times as many people as I have. That's gonna suck. All right, there's no point in you being out in no man's land. In fact, what do you even have left? You're really not even worth having up right now anymore. Let's go ahead and scrap you.
Aye, aye, sir.
Yeah, you're not really effective.
Aye, aye, sir.
Let's get that population just back into circulation.
Aye, aye,
Thank you for your service. Okay, I think that's all the movements. All right, covert ops, spies. Oh, well, hey, at least we now can see Big Boy. and be very frightened of him.
Yes, sir.
Yep, get more spies in there. Do we have contact with him? Let's go ahead and open contact. Maybe we can butter him up so we can hold off for a little bit. Okay, nation. Let's play another war game. Nice, 300 and something XP on that. That's awesome. And then I think we're gonna play another Mission Impossible, assuming I can find the dang card. Do we not have another Mission Impossible? I will say the shuffling of cards has rapidly started to become one of my more highly ranked annoyances. Oh, Gray, you dog. Critical success on a Mission Impossible. 4 fate points. Look how nonchalant he looks. He's like, well, yeah, of course. Yeah, easy. Give me something difficult, please. I've never critically success on one of those. I don't even know. I think the number of times I've succeeded, I could probably count on one hand. I usually only have partial successes. All right, do we have anything that we can splurge on? We have some political points, but we're saving that. That's for a rainy day. Ancient Depot, 3 artifacts. Meh. That's kind of how I feel about that. And you know what? I'm never going to play these. Let's take the scrap points. Just so I don't oops one of those at some point. All right, zone. All right, now zone. Oh, we already played the Boomtown. That's right. I was going to say we could Boomtown. Honestly, I don't think we need any of those. These are just like poise on the map. I don't really care that much about those. Cultural integrators, not terrible. Didn't I try to play? Yeah, I was going to play Child of the Stars, but I couldn't because we didn't have the fate points. Who are we going to play that on? It was obviously one of my directors. It was Tentacle. Our Economic Council. Yeah, and you have a profile which should be like super easy to keep happy. I don't know why you were so sad. Very suspicious. Okay, well, let's do some work on Tentacle. All right, first, let's database edit.
Roger that.
There we go. Okay, now the computer doesn't hate them. We will find out that they're actually a child of the stars.
Copy that.
Thanks you for the honor of calling you out that your parents were from space. I'm not exactly sure what we're thanking me for. All right, so 83 science and 88 with the bonuses for inventor. So that should be pretty dang good, even with the low IQ. So that's essentially the same as like what, a 53 intelligence? And holy moly, they have been busy. A lot of patronage. By the way, I have a Patreon that you can check out in the channel info. Just saying, if you want to be like Tentacle Shogun here. Child of the Stars. They do have 1 crony, 1 Medal of Merit, inspiring, political, and exemplary. Oh, you just grabbing one of everything here, making your Pokemon team of CEOs? Kind of weird that they even picked up that crony. They have stolen a little bit in the past, but that's probably when we were in that era of corruption. It's not worth the effort to try to get this back. One series, I probably spent 100 PP trying to get back a few thousand credits from somebody who had stolen them from me. It was not worth it. It was not worth it. Okay, yeah, I think that just is what it is. Let's save a few points in case we need them. Where are we at on other sciencey things? We are halfway through fertility. Nice. We're almost done, or we did finish advanced, didn't we, this turn? And we picked up charge. And we just got our new medium tanks. Okay. At least he didn't instantly declare war on me, but look at this. Border, border, border. It's gonna happen. I really, really, really need to... I think we're gonna take all of our offensive units and we're gonna switch them over to those mechanized. We're gonna upgrade into those. That's gonna give us so much more oomph. We'll start with just one of them to make sure I can afford the oil. And if we can't afford the oil, we're gonna scale up. I feel like having efficient oil is our competitive advantage on this map. And we're gonna need to be really efficient if we're gonna fight somebody with 3 times the manpower. There are robotic soldiers, but if I remember right, they're defensive only. I don't think you can attack with them. It would be exceptionally slow, but artillery also is a way to get kills without risking lives particularly. You can attack with them, you can eventually run 100% Republica. Do they come off the same tech, or is there like an upgrade tech that you have to do? Or am I just imagining things again? Requires a lot of power. Okay. Matthew says, catch you in the VOD, I'm going to bed. Thanks for dropping by, Matthew, great to have you. We could do rockets on this planet, but I have a very sneaky suspicion. Whenever the game patches, it resets all of your settings, and I'm wondering if I forgot to go change aviation on, because we don't have the aviation council available. So I wonder if I just didn't turn that module on. I don't think by default air units are turned on, so there's a chance I missed that setting and we have no air, which was a mistake because I meant to have it on if that's the case, because we definitely have not discovered rocketry. I, Shogun, want to be a better person. You should be a better person, Shogun. Take off your jewelry. Join the military. Removed because salvage is depleted. Men in a tub. Okay, troop carrier 2. Be good. Heavy siege infantry army. Okay, various things. Workers protest against their CEO. Yep, and we can afford it. Get rid of a crony. I feel like we should be whittling down the number of cronies. I feel like we're making headway.
Copy that.
Self-improvement. Yeah. All right, people would like them if they were less ambitious. Okay, we'll just take the one that gives us freebies. Sure, there you go. Maybe altruism might affect crony CEOs now that I think about it. Oh, the wealth tax. We funded our nation with this last season. And they are very in favor of it. I mean, I think I just let this pass, right? We're not having like horrendous problems. Well, we have some. What's below 70? We have 5-ish people below 70. One of them is Crux, which we need to go deal with. Okay, my governors are really cranky. Okay, that should probably be dealt with. We need to address that. So the governor of 610 kind of makes sense. I have no... Why are you cranky? You should be loving life. Your loyalty is still high. Okay, you lost 50. What the heck? Ah, it's their CEOs they've been banging against. All right, well, we've stripped them of all their bad CEOs, so we won't have any more of that. All right, but we probably should do something. But I want a crony CEO. I want it. No crony CEOs. You're gonna go pick out an exemplary CEO or a political CEO like any good governor. Here's an official gift. Stop pouting. Critical success because Gray is amazing and his hair is graying. Poetic. All right, and then the governor of Droogsville was also a poopy. What's your problem? You were not a poopy. Who else was my poopy? Oh, because that was not the governor. That's what was going on. All right, Crux, what is your problem? Whatever it was, it happened a while ago. Now, okay, I'm going to talk about the loyalty mechanic for a second. I've mentioned this before, but I don't usually talk on it. Loyalty is incredibly good if it's high. What loyalty does is, if you imagine relation is short-term and loyalty is long-term. Imagine it's like memories, let's say. So somebody can be mad at you in the short term, but if they're loyal to you, they're not going to go berserk, right? Their loyalty will slowly erode away as they have low relations, but they're not going to like stab you in the back the first time like you finish off the last of the cantaloupe. Like, you don't have to worry about that. So keeping them high raises the loyalty. It also, another really good way in the early game, if you struggle with relations with your people, in heart down here you can get character loyalty bonus plus 40%. That's really helpful for keeping people in line in the early game when you have shit skills and you're gonna fail every event and you can't afford anything. So if you really struggle with early game characters, starting with heart might help. Heart also is really nice for the morale bonus because in the early game you can't afford to pay your soldiers. So, you know, die for the cause, friend. So, yeah, this can be really gentle in the early game and late game too. Keeping high morale is great for attacking. And in recent patches, morale has been made more important, as has veterancy. And just like I said, having characters that are happy means they don't get tons of crappy events. All right, that was quite the segue there. Let me unsegue us here. We don't need any weird two-wheeled vehicles. All right, let's make him happy. How are we going to make him happy? I don't know. Probably with a leader card. Already has a Medal of Merit. I guess just an official gift. It's only 200 credits. It's not that bad. I wish we were getting commercial estates. All right, and this is to Crux.
Roger that.
Only 11 points on a crit? I would not have expected that. Is it because he's a settler? He's not emotional. He's not ambitious. He thinks he's witty. He has very little ego. So promoting him's not good. I believe high ego people like promotions. So that's not going to affect him. He doesn't really want an advice. Oh, we moved our advisors around too. Forgot about that. Let's immediately go actually put them on. And I want them on the governor here. So Fonzie. I knew I'd forget that. I always forget advisors. And they're really good too. All right, who is the better advisor? Pretty solid skills. Okay, you're about equal, give or take. All right, Peter, call, attach. God, I wish we could sort these. Even just tabs so I could see my governors. I need my governor of the 610 and Northern Trophy. Okay, well, I found Northern Trophy first, so I'm just going to do that. And now we're looking for 610. Attach. I'm going to guess it's going to be towards the bottom. Design. GR Mall. Infantry. Okay, that's not... I'm not seeing 610. Infantry, Governor of Freedom. How is this organized? Governor of Liberty, Governor of Droogsville. Here we are. Governor of 610. Attach. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my two newest governors of two places that have a lot of building to do. Gray says, oh, my sweet naive babble, I guarantee you all the cronies you've gotten rid of were all from here and all from the same asset. She's going to do it again and again and again. That's a Canaan. All right. And I think we are going to take the wealth tax. That was a very long segue to say yes to a wealth tax. Okay. We didn't really deal with you. We tried to deal with you. You're an MG. You're an MG. All right. So we didn't really try to deal with him. Let's also try to do something for him. Got a Medal of Merit? You don't. Well, let's just fix that, Fonzie. There you go. Generalissimo. Now you can be happy because you have a medal. And we will pass our... Well, I'm going to lean back. I didn't pass this. It's the will of the people. Who am I to say no? Last time we did this, we had, what was his name? Chunk, who, like, funded our nation. He was my secretary, and he was, like, the wealthiest man in our entire nation until the wealth tax. Until the wealth tax attacked. Okay, so we finished APC, we finished light tank, we finished our buggy. We've done infantry, we've done MGs. I'm pretty sure we did bazooka. I need to design a mechanized artillery so that we can get rocket artillery. Let's do that next. I don't like these anymore. I have gotten over these. We're not going to build one. I'll put a 150 on it. I do like to give just a tiny bit in case they get into an artillery duel. And then you would need like a triple engine to even move. All right, we're never going to build it, so. Slave raiding in progress. Yeah, that's fine. We can declare on a minor. Nobody enslaves my people. That's my job. Our spies in Lathar Confederation have found info. Lathar. Okay, we didn't look at Lathar. This is, again, this is not going to matter, but just for kicks and giggles. The Criterions, the Optimates, and the Regents. That is the worst. What the? I can't. Look at this beard. That is glued on. That is glued on. That is the toupee of beards. I'm not even going to vote for you, a free elite club. I was going to, but just because I'm insulted by that beard, I'm going to vote for the settler hierarchy, fathers.
Copy that.
That beard is that bad. I'm offended. I want to go rip that off his face. When we conquer his main city, remind me to do that. Okay, I really, really, really need an MG unit down here. And I don't have any cities. I thought this place was going to have 100,000 people, and it doesn't. It has like nobody. I'm not sure we can even get away with a recruitment. I guess it would be in Liberty. I think I need to play a recruit card. So let's do that. I'm very concerned about this, but it kind of is what it is. All right. Not Droogsville. Liberty.
Roger that.
We took 15, 16,000-ish people. Critical success because Gray is overpowered. Here, and I'll even give you guys some private investment in return. There you go. Okay, yeah. So we need an MG unit here. I need another MG unit here. And I need an MG unit over here. So that's most of those people. All right, now. I want to upgrade probably yellow. Do we have railroad? No. Getting tanks deployed over there is going to be 9 possible. Maybe we could do red. Do we have railroad? No. Okay, I think we're just gonna wait a turn, and then we'll do the upgrade then. We are really, really, really gonna struggle with that. All right, so when I do that, I'm gonna want to upgrade you. I can't upgrade you to a mechanized? Huh. That's weird to me. I can't upgrade you to a mechanized. Huh. Okay. I guess we'll have to pull in a new unit then. That's alright. It's not like I have any spare people, so. Now, we haven't seen tanks over here. But I'm kind of wondering if maybe these guys should get upgraded. If we were to check in on the 14th and we wanted to upgrade you. Yeah, I would want to do the MG Infantry 2 Brigade. That is my upgrade I made that has RPGs included. I guess until we see tanks, let's just wait. Also, don't we still have a tiny amount of infantry or something that needed to be upgraded? Like we tried and we didn't get them. Okay, obviously none. Yeah. The 11th MG Battalion. I wish you could do the upgrade all thing from here. The 11th MG. I'm not even going to pretend I know where they're at. This will be infantry, the 11th. All right, and you guys have some Dust Warriors that are not upgraded. Mass upgrade, all SHQ, Dust Warrior 4s.
Aye, aye,
Go.
sir.
Being able to upgrade for us, yes, it would, Miles. Somebody should make a post suggesting that to Vic. He's been really receptive on suggestions. I'm still tickled that he did the, when you play a recruitment card or get a recruit, it makes the character screen pop up. That used to be my largest pet peeve, because like I showed on camera, it was like 6 clicks to go see who you just recruited. It was ridiculous. Okay, now they did a big pullback because they're jerky jerks. All right. Yeah, I guess we just take this round that we can get. All right, we're gonna send pink up high. And I guess green at that latitude, pink up high, other green at this latitude. Man, and the terrain up here is really not advantageous for my motorized. What a double whammy. Okay, now what happened here? Okay, you are surrounded.
Locked on target.
Hey, crafty programmer. Long time no see. I fell asleep last stream I was on and was busy since then. No problem, man. Good to have you. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm on West Coast US time, which is just a really rough time for weekday streams. It'll get a little bit better here in a little while because I'm going to be on my summer schedule. So my normal evening streams will probably start at 4 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. So it'll start 2 hours earlier and probably last 4 hours. Maybe I'll make them go a little longer. It just depends what we're doing. But it'll be a little bit more friendly time for people. Won't be quite so miserable.
Engage the enemy. This was like us.
Okay. Yeah, this is not the slow movement I would like to see, but I guess it's forward momentum. We still have not seen this city. Do I have more spies? Yes. Let me have 2.
Yes, sir.
We failed.
Yes, sir.
We succeeded. I can do 3 of these. 1,
Yes, sir.
2,
Yes, sir.
3. All right, hopefully that'll be enough to show me where his cities are. All right, we've moved everyone we can move. Now, if I'm gonna raise that unit or I'm gonna find a way to upgrade it, either way, I'm gonna need some dudes. So, we're gonna need some light armor. Give me one more. We're gonna need some armored transports. I don't know exactly how many. We'll start with 10. And we're gonna need some extra infantry. All right, we'll get them out, get them training a little bit. Every bit helps. Yeah, if you look in here, so these Zeuses that I built last turn have 4 XP already. I'm pretty sure we built those last turn. So it's either 2 or 4 per turn, give or take. Yeah, here's some Dust Warriors with some. Although they may have had more and then it got diluted when I added more. No problem, Crafty. Have a good one, man. Okay, and we basically spent all of our PP on spies, so that kind of is what it is. Okay, we are at the hour-and-a-half mark, so I am going to take my tea break here and get a refresh. I'm pretty happy with what we're seeing here, minus this. I'm not happy about this. And it does look like Green and him are in active conflict. Honestly, I think we take this capital, we take these 2 cities, and then we might need to just look at attacking into him. He did take Boston, it looks like. But we could take Boston off him and Inland Mark. Both of those are on my border, would give me population, would give us some buffer zone against our capital, and their gas stations to get to the next city. Whereas if I attack Green, this is going to take 50 turns because I'm going to have to build another gas station right here to be able to get my logistics to attack those. And it's going to be painful, like painful. And same thing over here. If we take, let's say he has a city here, and even if he has one here, I would need probably 2 gas stations to get to Green. So Green is just, he's inassailable from my position. So I think the best thing is we're going to grab this, we're going to grab that, we're going to grab that, and then we're going to look at attacking him. And we can nab at least probably 3 cities relatively quickly. We shall see, you know. Short, quick, victorious war. Easy. Just win, lol. Simple as. All right, as mentioned, I am going to take my break here. If you're liking the stream, don't forget to leave a like. That helps me a ton. It tells YouTube that people with good tastes like you might like this stream, and that's how we grow around here. Word of mouth. Beyond that, I'm going to put a 5-minute timer up. During that 5-minute timer, I'm going to tell YouTube that I'm taking a break, so if you're not blocking ads, you may get one. If you get one, I appreciate the pennies. All right, you'll see your timer, and I will be right back. All right, hopefully everyone had a good break. Droog said, Krypton Dawn State are the guys who ruined your game. What'd they do to you? Rush you? I could definitely see if they had rushed me, we would have been in big, big trouble. Hey, there's Seattle. It's in the Pacific Northwest. Nelson. Just double checking all the names now. Okay. YouTube, I am back, I said. There you go. All right. I believe we were at the end of turn there. Make sure that's a true statement. Yeah, because I didn't want to attack with those guys. Okay, let's run that turn. I'm really excited to get this new unit, the mechanized guys, out. I think this is going to be huge. And I think we're going to deploy them here. Because we'll take the town and then we'll sweep west with them. And hopefully be able to just take it all. Really, really quickly. These should be pretty darn good. Fighty wise, because they're going to have really good armor against small arm fire. Minimum is going to be, well, I guess it's 50 for the lights and 100 for the APCs. But until they have charge Gauss, they're going to really struggle against the APCs. Plus, we'll have the Gauss machine guns. And we should also be relatively mobile. Not quite as good as mobile infantry, but in some of the bad terrain will be better than motorized. Neither one is great in the dunes, but the track is better than wheeled. And track is better than wheeled in the ice too, so should be pretty good there. We'll see what we can do. Man, we need so many troops. We need so many troops. A railroad. Okay, now I just also realized we should be thinking about railroad up here too. Yeah, it's not going to be bad to get the rail, but it's going to be hard to build the building. Yeah, they're getting squeezed out by him. Yeah, he's definitely kind of on his way, isn't he? My. Okay. Bought an exemplary CEO. Good job, Duncan. Roaming thieves in Northern Trophy. Quack doctors. Droogsville's confronted with large refugees. Old men in a tub. We discovered deep core mining. Okay. That is the good tech. Although, ironically enough, now we've invested so heavily into synthetics, it's a little annoying, but is what it is. Upgrade, private investment, another mission impossible, another official gift, which is kind of becoming important for me. Another zoo project. Okay. We have 10 decisions. All right. Workers protest against their CEO. Get rid of them. Military wants to know about that. No changes. No changes. A minor worker strike in GR Mall. Hey, I've got my computer up to 100%. All right. I will give in a few credits. What are we making right now? Yeah, wealth tax. Suckers. Major worker strike in Trophy for 22 credits. Yeah, here's $1, kid. Don't bother me. Keep upgrading Babel. You unlock some unique policies. Okay, yep. I will keep working on it. We haven't actually upgraded it to level 2, I don't think, but we have played 3 or 4 upgrade cards. Roaming thieves in Northern Trophy. Yeah. Full support. We did fail. That's okay. We have a newbie governor. All right, quack doctors. Wow, you are mad. Was that another one of your cronies?
Roger that.
We did succeed. All right, we need to do something about Crux again. Dude, what is your deal? Right, and he was one of those guys I could not retire either, if I remember right. I just don't have anything except for official gifts. He already has a medal. Yeah. Governor wins referendum. Okay, maybe we could get rid of him as governor via a referendum? He's not stellar, although he is kind of experienced. Who do I have? Who do we have waiting in the wings? Do we have a young buck governor? A hot shot? We have nobody in waiting. All right, you know what? I'm kind of getting tired of your bunk. Let's see what happens if we do this.
Copy that.
Crux has organized a referendum. The difficulty for governor to win was 101. He lost the referendum. So does that make him not governor anymore? I've never actually had to play that. Yeah, okay. Okay, now I know how to get rid of governors who don't have good oratory skills. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere, but let's not explore it. Nation, civilian.
Roger that.
Oh my god, that is the lowest intelligence I've ever seen. You have 8 intelligence. That's impressive. And you like cronyism, because of course you do. That is actually impressive.
That.
Okay. Tim. Tim is our new man. We want Tim. Everyone, vote Tim. And you know what? I don't even think we're going to let this other flycatcher even get started. Where is my 0 retirement? We're not even going to play that game. Gordon, you got to go. We failed. Gordon, you have to leave, Gordon. You have to leave. And then Crux, out of curiosity, difficulty 70. So we could try a golden on him. 50% chance that we get rid of him. We have to spend 1,000 credits. I think it's worth it. He is just... I don't know why I can't keep him happy, but he is really killing me. He's got to go. It's time to go, Crux. Oh, 68 out of 70. Okay. Now the difficulty is down to 20, though. He lost a bunch of seniority for that. Can we take it down to a silver? That's down to a 50 leader. A bronze is down to a 30. Yeah, we could go down to like a bronze. That's a 10. Yeah, we need a bronze here. All right, Crux, time to go. Time to go. Goodbye. You had your chance. I even gave you official gifts and bribes, and you still wanted to be a cranker. That's the dumbest man I've ever seen, and I have been on the internet, says Sherlock. Who knows? You might have been chatting with him. Okay. Refugees at the gate. Unfortunately, we have nobody in charge, but that's probably better than having Cranker. All right, we'll let him in just because it's going to make people happy, even though it's a horrible decision. Our spies have found info. Right. This is the beard guy. Settler hierarchy. And in crypto, we're doing humanist shrine. Has anybody ever had those decisions pay off? I have never seen a faction flip. Even when in the Oceania playthrough, I was like 300 PP deep in trying to make one happen. I've never seen a faction shift in the AI. All right, we have no PP left because of Crux. Thanks, Crux. All right, and before I recruit, I want to try one more time. I really can't upgrade you to a mechanized, huh? I really can't. I can make him an assault infantry. That's so weird to me. We have rail. Mechanized assault. Yeah, he wants to upgrade to assault infantry, but not mechanized. Hey, Shinosuke, how's it going? I'm sorry, Drew. Yes, I have to what? The numbers need to be close enough. One party's like 60%. Oh, flip a faction. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess I've never seen anyone even close. They're usually like this, where it's like 80% and then two 10% factions. All right, I'm raising the Mechanized Assault Infantry Brigade. 550 troop carriers, 5,000 Dust Warriors, and 50 Blitzer 2s. Use the SHQ troops. That'll take that off slightly of the pain. Raise formation. All right, and what were we missing? One armored transport. And we're actually going to make some spares, because we're going to go hard on this. Light armor. Might be 10 spares. Infantry. You know what? Let's actually, I'm going to be recruiting a whole bunch here. Let's actually make like 60. That's like the next unit and some spares so they can start training. Yeah, that's fine. Units are locked by type, so the type of infantry can upgrade, but the mechanized can only upgrade to other mechanized. I mean, that's fine, just I wouldn't expect that. You think you could just assign some APCs since we can assign some tanks. I love APCs, 10 out of 10. I mean, better than walking, right? Yeah, that is silly. I agree. Like, I would understand if it was like, if we had like a armor division and it was just 50 light tanks and no infantry, but it's not. It's mostly infantry and we're just adding some vehicles to it. The 8 intelligence leader's insane. Yes. I don't know why this made me think of it, but I had a buddy that right after high school, he didn't really have any money, didn't really know what he wanted to do. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to join the military and get some skills, and then I'll use that to pay for college. What do I want to do? I'll be a radio guy. Well, then 9/11 happened, and the fine print is, oh, you're in the army and you're a radio guy? I guess you're going to march to Baghdad. So he walked to Baghdad, messed up his back and his knees really bad. Read the fine print, I guess, is the lesson of that story. Okay, let's continue on here. These boyos are going to be large and in charge in a couple turns. We are going to want a really, really nice leader for the 24th Mechanized. Also, I think I have, I don't quite like the finalized version of this, but let me give a link here. Give me 1 second. That should be under here. That should be under there. Copy that. All right, if you're on my Discord, which you totally should be, I think this is what we're going to name the unit. Not 100% fit here, but that's okay. I'll link that in the member chat. That's going to be our new unit. I guess technically we could call them dragoons. They're kind of like modern cavalry. He deployed right in the end. He was, oh man, that's rough. I'm glad he made it at least. Yeah, but great friend, great guy. But yeah, like I said, a lot of physical stuff going on. It turns out that's not very friendly on the body. Who would have thought? Okay, we're definitely making headway here. Who are you? A friendly major regime that's cutting in from the south. Son of a gun. Why is it my friends who always screw me the most? All right, let's learn more about our friend. Hey, friend.
Copy that.
Difficulty 37, rolled 200. All right, we'll learn some more about him next turn. Culture unknown. Please be somebody we can ally with. That would be so nice. Fuck. He's in 4th place. We would be good friends. We would be really good friends. We should be friends. All right. And here... I think we're back to just having to human wave these guys. 2 of my tanks? Yeah, we're gonna have that new mechanized unit head to Queens. Or, not Queens, whatever the... Keats Deep. Alright, and then these guys are gonna continue closing in here. I mean, we are getting close, but we have multiple competitors heading for the same place. And this is still my enemy, so that's fine. Apparently I have just a gun that is holding that. That's a little worrisome. Oh, that reminds me. We're also going to want some recon for these guys. Let's raise independent. I'm going to give them buggies. Buggy. Raise. Raise. Buggy. Raise. Unit admin, change HQ, 24th, change HQ, 24th. The only other thing we might do is we might remove one of these buggies and assign a unit of medium tanks to them, but we'll see what we run into. Otherwise, I'd prefer to give them lots of recon. Deploy the GR outpost. The GR outpost, that's not what it does. It's just a security building. It's gonna be like one of these things. That's gonna give me like 50 security. Unfortunately, they're not a cool like bunker or anything. Okay, we do have this motorcycle. You know what? Keep banging on those guys.
Do it now.
Sadly, we're already past the age of motorcycles because we already have combat armor and they can't wear it. All right, we will, I don't know, come up this way. Maybe we can clear some more of this stuff out. Okay, I'm pretty happy with what we saw. Actually, hold on. What about red? Did I do red? I didn't do red. And they are ready to go. Okay. Give me a prod.
Attack formation.
Okay, so just tanks.
Mission successful.
I find it so weird that buggies can have as much armor as a light tank. Just seems so weird to me. Strange design decision.
Engaging enemy.
Yeah, please take a few more of them out. Don't let them run away.
Mission successful.
Okay, we have managed to get ourselves onto this road. All right, you know what? I'm gonna be a little greedy here. Can we take that unit out too, please?
Mission accomplished.
Man, we're just not getting the kills. All right, I want this medium tank to swing up, and we'll use that to head the attack there. We'll get him on the road here. This is going to be grindy, though. I don't think we're going to be able to blitz through there. Okay, those guys can't move yet. Zipping over here. Man, this is terrible. All right, if we attack you...
Engage the enemy. Yes, Relics.
Wash Dinkus, as we all know. All right, let's try this. I don't want to get into a straight fight. I want to surround and kill. We'll take that. Threaten that. Yeah, like up here.
Do it now!
We got to take advantage of our mobility on these units, or we're not using them well. Zip on up there. Okay, we'll take that surround. You're shoot, you were pink. You should not have been down here. Pink, you continue running across the top for now. Green, come on down. Okay. I was right. I was right. Their capital was up here. How come he got 4 ruins? Golt's mom lets him have 4 ruins. That's not fair. We only got 2. All right, then we need to find a way down from up here into attack into this, but this is looking pretty good. We're not that far away, and we're pretty much rolling everything we're fighting up here. And that is his capital, so that's kind of a headshot. We seem to have some podunk places. Those might be his only 2 towns. That would be perfect. All right, we have no PP left because of the various things we've already done. Aren't getting the kills because you just keep pushing ahead instead of surrounding? Yes, but I just don't have the forces to do it. Like, every time I push into one unit, they just readjust. Like, we just don't have enough oomph over here. Unfortunately. I need, speaking of which, do we have any? Oh, I don't have the PP. I need another MG squad right here. Yeah, we got a crappy start location. Yeah, it wasn't the worst, but I can't really complain because at least we had metal. Like, so there's that. But yeah, no, we didn't get any. We had, I guess we did have 3 ruins, but we didn't get any relics. We didn't get anything special. Yeah, womp womp. Need more motorized, a lot more motorized. We're working on it. We're working on it. It's even weirder that the buggies can take out the tanks. Well, remember, I am running the GR chain gun tech. So we're using, sci-fi magic tech. And I mean, like, if you had a lightly armored tank versus like a big quad anti-air machine gun, you could take it out. Well, I guess that's it for this turn, sadly. And these guys, I really, really, really need to blitz them down here. So I think we literally are going to just go right through here. And we're going to try to just straight up thunder run that. Plus, we're also using conventional armor still. And we're not into the polymer armor. So that's another factor, I suppose you could say. Although, mechanically, that's not really going to change much. Fun fact, padded armor with a really good roll for multiple iterations can be as good as standard combat armor. Yeah, but I mean, we're talking like Apex versus average. Also, don't forget, GR Chainmail has more effect on lower tier armor. So that can actually shift padded to be pretty good. I guess maybe that's the way motorcycles could stay relevant if you had the chainmail. Yeah, I see you shuffling, buddy, but that's not going to change anything. Motorcycles aren't for combat? I find them okay if you're just using them to like flank behind and hold units for surrounds. But yeah, they're not stellar at combat. Early game, if you can get a tech advantage on the weapon, they actually can be pretty good. We suffered no losses. Excellent. Bought a political CEO, old man in a tub. Finished our B. Mechanized light infantry corps. Yeah, that's a fine one. I prefer what we have, but that's a fine one. 4 political stratagems. No ruffian agitator. Citizen poll. Happiness by 15 in all zones, but we'll give you an extra demand next turn. We'll increase recruits with up to 10% of workers. I really don't want to recruit workers. That was pretty womp womp. Okay. Staff council priorities, no changes. Okay, design. How are we doing on that artillery? I would like to have an actual usable piece of artillery. Have we gotten you some field testing? 56%. I was figuring it was 10. So you know what? I think it's time to start developing. We'll build upon the 150. I'm going to be honest. It wasn't cutting it, partly because the weapon roll was so bad, but I think we're going to go up to 180. I think we're so late in the game. We're going to see heavy combat armor soon. We can get up to combat armor. All right, please roll better. Mechanized siege infantry. Yes, I would actually use that.
Copy that.
That would be ideal, actually. Because we can use the APCs to tow the artillery into position. And then if we get attacked, we have APCs with machine guns to help defend while they're firing their artillery. New governor for Droogsville. All right, everyone was voting for Tim. Yeah, vote Tim.
Roger that.
Welcome, Tim. Our spies in Lather Confederation have found some info. All right, the Better Beard Club.
Copy that.
New commander. Okay, I don't think it's Michael Matthews. I say that. Hang on a second. You're very smart, so I hate to waste that, but you look like you were maybe a soldier. You're a man with no past. I can respect that. You got some pro tag energy. Leveling up mobile tactics. This is one of the most skill intensive units you can have, because other than artillery, we have like everything in this unit. So improv will help, offense will help. I guess I don't think guns will help, because I think that's technically like the AT guns. Defense will help, defensive works will help, Sixth Sense will help, infantry will help, tanks will help, mobile will help. I think he's in. 32 war is pretty high. I think this is our man, Michael Matthews. Hey, White Rabbit, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Can't sleep, gonna start from the beginning. Well, I'll lull you to sleep with some dulcet tones. Early World War II journey, use motorcycles with side seats as effective as scouts and flanking forces. Yeah, I think generally speaking, like a buggy with a machine gun's probably a better platform than a motorcycle. A little better off-road, generally speaking. Stabler platform. Give them rush. Yeah, they're definitely getting rush. Although maybe we might have some other ones that might be good too. We'll really check. All right. You are in, friend.
Copy that.
Copy that indeed. All right. How can we make you amazing? Give me HQ cards. All right. Recon and Force. Now this would work on them, but I don't want them retreating at 20% losses. Infiltration is only infantry. Blitzkrieg is the mechanized forces get 60 attack and extra AP. I think that one's out. Rush is just a straight 30% action point and only a little bit of defense. So it's probably that. Yeah, it is. What I wish we had a mobile op. Action points plus 30 and mechanized forces plus 30. But we have never even been remotely that high in mind. I'm just not getting mind choices. So for now, yeah, we'll give them rush. Target is the 24th.
Copy that.
Okay. And then let's look at leaders. I'm going to give him a personal guard. Never before have I issued a fate card item or a relic item to a OHQ commander. This is a first. Michael Matthews. This is going to increase his personal combat by 40. Personal combat is how you survive both assassinations and in actual combat. So hopefully this will help keep him alive.
Copy that.
Okay. Anything else we wanted to give him? Gives up to 5 units under direct command a gladiator feat. Does anyone remember what a gladiator feat is? I don't recognize that one. I don't think we have any either. I don't think we have any. Can we ask the game director to add motorcycle sightseeing? I don't think that one's coming. I'm going to be honest with you. A bigger fish to fry. Gladiators give you some kind of personal combat bonus? Well, it's a unit feat of some sort here. Hey, you know what? Why not? Why not? We're pimping out our military unit. So target. Do it. All right, we'll see what that actually does. And then local referendum, new, switch over to units. We are going whole hog here if we can. Target 24th. And this is, I guess we'll go to the first. They can have the shield. And I am going to give them the droids.
Copy that.
We are going to go whole hog, and I can just be extra angry when all these units die the first combat. Okay, none of those I care about too much. Political aid truck, sure.
Copy that.
That helps keep readiness up.
Copy that.
Okay, and I think that's what we got. Let's see if we can figure out what that actually gave him. Negotiator. I'm not seeing any gladiators deployed. Former gladiator. Leader used to be a gladiator at some point in his life. He made many friends and enemies during this period. His loyal friends will flock to him to help win battles. Up to 5 units under his command receive the gladiator unit feat over time. Okay. So we'll just have to catch one at some point. All right. Keats Deep is our target. And actually, you know what? I am even going to bring an MG unit down there because I have 2 of them here. The 10th Infantry, you are getting awfully out of range. You need to move up. Okay, and then I really need another MG group, like really, really, really badly. Can I just raise that, please? Yeah, just a regular one. No SHQ. Actually, yeah, you can use the SHQs. Oh, hey, we got a few more of those grunts. Those actually aren't as good as my normal dudes. I should go disband those. All right, there we go. All right, we didn't get everyone via logistics. We almost did, though. Okay, thunder guns. We need a buggy. Okay, everyone else is good. That's an example of why large units become good late game. All those upgrades are protected by the larger formations. Hopefully, that's why even when I don't have that, I never like attacking with like just tanks. Even if it lowers the odds, I like soaking with a little bit of infantry. And it's just like real life, right? Like you don't send a tank out on its own or it's gonna get killed. Like that's just 101 here. Okay, now I see a spot. Let's set ourselves up to try to take advantage of maybe being able to get a little surround here. And I don't care necessarily about this territory, so if they conquer in behind us, that's fine. Okay, and then red. You guys up? Okay, they're okay.
Engaging enemy. Mission successful.
Upgrade the computer. All right, I will totally forget, so I will just throw it in right now.
Roger that.
More CPU. There you go. Okay, I will take that. I really don't want to step into that hex with this guy. I really, really, really don't. All right, and then you guys. I don't think we need the medium in there.
Let's go. Operation successful.
Okay, that's just artillery. Bye-bye.
Do it now.
How the heck could those... Those are literally being hand-towed. How could they outrun my tanks? I call shenanigans there. Okay, I do need to put somebody there. This is also a weak point at the moment. Actually, there we go. Solved.
Do it now.
Now that you control the entire mega city, is it time for the artifact? Gotcha. You know, that's not a bad idea either. Let's play one, and even if we fail, we'll at least know if there's any here. Also, well, let's make sure we've turned off all the assets that need turning off. Okay, we're trying to close this scav furnace still. I don't know why that's failing so bad. Man, 0.2k left. Oh, that sucks. All right, we got a decent amount of rares there, a decent amount of commons. All right, let's play that card too before I forget. Zone. Archaeological effort.
Order acknowledged.
We critically succeeded. There are no more finds. Okay, well, we have what we have. Good to know, I guess, but also a little bit disappointing. Some uncommons over there too. Okay, most of that is not going to move anytime soon. All right, they definitely cut me off from making any advances there. All right, you need to go.
Locked on target. Yes, where's Lycus?
Lost Dinkus. I couldn't agree more.
Locked on target.
Four-wheeled vehicles usually better than a three-wheeled one. Yep.
Lycus?
I'm realizing some of my replies are going into chat a little out of sync. I'm updating wonky on my end, so I'm missing things too. This is absolutely a network issue on my end. Oh man. I hope you get that nailed down. There's nothing more annoying than connection problems. Okay. Anyone got any movement left? A little bit. I gotta be a little careful here that we don't let these guys get caught out. And we're really kind of using those guys as a distraction for what's happening up here. I think we're gonna try to zip around that way. Okay, and then here. Okay, pink. One, two, three, four, five. Yep, that's everybody. Let's go there. And then... all right, we're gonna human wave this.
Do it now!
We'll give him the buggy as support.
Mission accomplished.
All right, we'll get him next turn. And you guys... sure. Yeah, the idea here is we're going to use the motorized to come around and bang that from the top. But I want to threaten this so they don't fully move out. I'm going to put somebody here too. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how this has all gone. Now, new friend. New friend. What did we learn about you? Well, we learned that we don't like how close you are. We've learned that. You're a theocrat, so we're never going to be allies. But maybe we could just not fight each other? I don't think I'm going to expend resources into that, though. Since we can't ally... I mean, maybe having a scientific cooperation might not be a bad idea. Let me just see. What if... okay, we need higher relation. Can we get an embassy? I could. Yeah, you know what? One more friend is one less enemy. We'll try to at least make nice, even if we can't ally with him. I definitely want to make sure we get this and this, though. Right, I said I'm going to wait on that one. We did that. We did that. Yeah, these guys still need some more time to get ready, so that's not a problem. Hold up those guys. We still have enough for another unit. Okay. Another unit probably needs to be up here for safety's sake. Give me another MG race. And hey, that means my railroad must be done because I was able to do that. Sure is. Okay, now I'm gonna need more truck station at some point, but we're fighting so close right now that's not an issue. I do want this place to grow, most likely. Yeah, I think this place does get some stuff. So, step one, barracks. All right, over here, we are not housing everybody. Government, worker apartments. In the capital, we are not housing everybody. Government. Blind. No, am I already building it and I just didn't know? Yes. Okay, that's fine. You know what? Actually, let's start building Minor High Command Palace. Let's get that extra points in. We have the 23rd Infantry MGs. The 23rd. Oh, yes I do. Thank you. I totally forgot. The downside to streaming this, I suppose. All right, now I don't need to actually like push on that. I'm still gonna need that unit anyways, because I'm gonna need to shore this up because he's coming, and that should be enough people to finalize this. So I don't regret that. It's fine. But thank you. I totally did forget about that. All right, they're building domes. Very cool. Okay, Droogville, are you housing everybody? You are. Now, you... I don't think anything here needs to be upgraded. Railroad, offices. We're already at extreme. Yeah, you're fine. Now you. One thing here. This city doesn't have anything else it's doing. What it could do is maybe try to just attract more people so that I can do volunteer drives. Let's actually, I never do this. Let's do a little experiment here. Let's build some social housing.
Roger that.
Let's get every single person housed here and see if we can use that to grow pop. All right, up here, we are housing everybody. That's a level 1 mine. Construct. Metal mine. Easy. Over here, where are you at? Northern Trophy is struggling to make the apartments. Okay, I'm gonna send the colonists as workers to you.
Sir.
The railroad between GR Mall and Droogville. Nope, we got it right here. Yeah, I totally understand why that's hard to see. Actually, no, you are correct. I do have that, but I don't have this. Good eye. There we go. And you know what? If I'm doing that anyways, let me do this too. Kind of a waste, but kind of not. Yeah, so we were actually railroading it all the way around here. So we were connected to the railroad, but just not as efficiently as we could. Done. Hey, you know, it takes an entire channel to play a Shadow Empire game. Okay, the apartments are coming along. I'm a little shocked you're not closed yet. It just kind of is what it is. I can't really do much until that gets fixed. And there's really no point in a northern road. I don't. If I had a city up here to connect to, maybe, but I don't. And you know what? Okay, Droogville, you know what you could do? Let's get these rares out of the ground. Let's up that mine too.
Roger that.
And you know what? That's my only... Oh, but it's down to level 2. I don't think I can peripheral mine a level 2, unfortunately. Yeah. We would need a mother load. Okay. Good turn. Good turn. More spies, please, into our new friend, because I need to see exactly what he's doing. And then roll it. Yeah, thank you for the catch there, Atomic. They definitely could make that a little easier to see. Even for me, that's kind of whatever. It looks almost like a drop shadow of a road. No, stay away from that city. We're gonna capture it, and then he's gonna sit next to it and make me cranky the entire rest of this campaign. Until he randomly decides to attack me, because he's a theocracy. They're hungry for it? Well, too bad. We do not offer takeout. What will the 25th do? We're still taking the town. We're not stopping. Even if I'm going to be cranky about it, we'll just build a really big barracks. I don't know if you have enough people in your city, friend. Yeah, these last 3 cities are the last easy quote-unquote cities. Everything from here on out is going to be pain. Oh, the MG, they're going to go north from where I deployed them. We still need one more unit on that western flank. I'm gonna need just a solid wall like everywhere else. And that's a thin purple line, man. Like we saw in the east, it doesn't take much to prod your way through it. So we need to be a little bit cognizant, and if we see any armor approach the line, I need to upgrade those to MG2s with the bazookas. The computer shared a lot of deep knowledge and even printed some books. Experience 145 for a newt. Some men in the tub for you guys. That's what you're here for. Lathar Confederation political system changed to democracy. Does that change their culture type? Lothar, that's to my west. You're still an elitist, so I highly doubt that changes anything. All right, before I forget, let's grab these guys. Yeah, and they're just gonna go right here and fill in. All right, these boyos are on their way. Okay. Incident with democratic activists. Just reverse that. Interiors, no changes, please. Foreign affairs, I mean, even less minor. There's hardly any minors left anyways. Okay, how did our redesign of the artillery turn out? In fact, I almost guarantee you I'm gonna obsolete those. Yeah, okay, yeah. We went from 64 weapon to 110. Now we might actually be able to hurt things instead of having a 40% debuff on our damage. Yeah, that is going to be so much better. Yeah, you know what? I'm even going to obsolete those. Do it. And then I need to replenish. I'm going to need 5 of these. There you go. And we'll just disassemble those other ones. Okay. We made a new one, we made a new one, we made a new one. We made a new one, we made a new one, we made a new one. New one, new one. Have it. I think we could add combat armor to our anti-tank guns if we wanted. We could design our heavy tank. Let me go look at our chart. Yeah, if I designed the heavy tank, we would unlock the ability to get tank destroyer, monitor tank, and walker. So I should design a heavy tank, even if we're pretty unlikely to use it. Let's do that. So blueprint, heavy tank, new blueprint. I guess it would be a high velocity. I don't think I would waste a heavy tank on high explosive. And it would need to vaguely be able to move. Vaguely be able to move 150 armor, I guess. Yeah, I don't find these viable until you have polymer armor at all. Yeah, it's fine. We're not going to build any of these. All right, we'll start that development though, just so I can unlock the other techs. Customized formation. I'm probably saving up for walkers at this point to add walkers to groups.
Copy that.
I tend to find that I never can do more than 2, maybe 3 customizations a campaign. A cultural exchange. All right. Sure.
Copy that.
Hawk demands release of spy. I really don't want the heart. I'm just gonna accept the offer. Oh, but that'd make my computer really well. Both of them would make him mad. You're just gonna have to be a little mad, bro. I do want some more.
Copy that.
Some more mind, and we're just not getting any. Lathar. Okay, Lathar, did you actually change factions? They did. They did. This is the one I've been supporting. I think because of their virtue change. I'm glad Fakebeard didn't get in. That's his pirate name, Fakebeard. I mean, but we're at war. But what if we weren't at war? What if we weren't at war? Don't we have some cards that we could try? Or are they all minors? Yeah, we have proposed peace. What if we didn't go to war? Have a relation score of 25. That's going to be really hard to get there. We could try a gift. We don't have the best odds, but we could get that better. I kind of like the idea of trying to get peace with this guy. I have no cities of his I can attack, and he's just going to be able to pound on me for nothing. I have everything to lose and nothing to gain. Yeah, I think we're going to try to make this work. We have 2 copies of proposed peace. All right, step 1. We need to get our foreign affairs guy to be less cranky, and he's pretty good, right? Yeah. He's the one that sadly got relegated here. No, hold on, that's not our foreign affairs. That's Gray. Let me see. No, Medal of Merit. Yes. Director. Foreign Affairs. Yeah, here he is. Okay, he already has a Medal of Merit, though, unfortunately. Next up would be an official gift.
Roger that.
Critical success. Okay, now he's very happy. Now we give him a Shadow Diplomat.
Copy that.
Okay, now, what is my best chance to make friends with these guys? So I need to get some points. I'm pretty sure we already have contact with them. I don't think that's going to do anything. Cultural exchange. We're not high enough. We could... I don't really need to data tap him. Trade won't do it. I could give him a gift. I mean, it's the same difficulty. That's a little easier if I give him 1,000 credits. I mean, I'm kind of funding my own downfall if he doesn't work out, but let's try it.
Copy that.
Okay, we did succeed. We're at 2. I'm not sure that made any difference. We'll keep plugging away at that a little bit. All right, we'll keep supporting that thing and see if it works. A training opportunity. Yes, elite snipers, please. Hey, look at that. 71. New commander for the 11th MG. Okay. Nation. Military.
Roger that.
A Cap 2, 23 war, defensive tactics, you're in. A point.
Acknowledged.
New commander for the 25th. Are people just disappearing? I haven't had any screens pop up that say I'm retiring, have I? Is the computer starting to make people disappear?
Roger that.
Okay, again, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you.
Understood.
We didn't have any active combat. So I wouldn't have expected people to have died. 18 war, Cap 1, it's fine. I'm not too sussed about MG commanders, as long as they're not going to rebel. The heavy tank requires multiple iterations to be effective once you have a good engine. I just don't like him with a conventional steel armor. Once the polymers are on, which I guess it's the same thing, right? Maybe the polymers are lighter so the engines can actually get them to move. I don't even think they're gulagging them. I think they're Soylent Greening them, probably. The AI definitely will kill people. I know that. I just don't know what it looks like when they're doing it. Because that was awfully suspicious. How did I need to replace 3 commanders in a single turn and no one died? That's awfully suspicious. Okay. Speaking of suspicious, we need to take this turn. No pressure or anything, guys, but
Send in the cavalry.
what is that bang noise?
Accomplished.
All right, we took it. Not quite how I was thinking that was going to go down, but I'm not going to look that horse in the mouth. I will take those hexes. I will put at least one of you in there.
Mission completed.
Oh. No. That was a misclick. I'm glad it asked for verification. All right, scout that. That's just a whole bunch of leader units. It would be nice if you died.
Mission completed.
Yes. Hello, new border friends. Just enjoying my new town I conquered. Don't mind me. With a dome, what else do we get? And nothing else. 53,000 people, though. And it's on top of metal. I'm gonna take it. This is mine now. Alright, now you're gonna actually guard that. You're gonna come over here. We're all gonna be really sad about that.
Do it.
He's not really ready for this attack. Can you please just push him back? Thank you. I know I was asking a lot of you for that one. I'm gonna need another MG unit. I guess we could plug these guys in over here instead. All right, so come this way. Also, we're still not getting all of our units here, weirdly enough. All right, and I kind of want... Yeah, we can't put that one in yet. Okay, what are you working on? 1.6 on the apartments, and it does look like I still need it, so... Patience, Babel, patience. Okay, orange. Now I gotta be a little bit careful here. We got friend here. I gotta watch my target-rich environment. You are not friend.
Let's go.
The 11th commander you moved to lead the new motorized. Oh, did I? I thought he was an unassigned. I had a Cap 3 leading an MG? Okay. Interesting choice, Babel. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's a little risky. I'm kind of on the clock here, though, to take these towns, so we might need to take a little bit more risks than I normally enjoy. Have guns. I don't want to attack into guns with tanks. Not without some infantry support. He was assigned by the computer. Okay. I'll believe that. We did not push them out, unfortunately. We did get kills. Alright, now you are going to be replacing things, so I'm not even... Let's just get you on the road so it's easy to replace things. Okay, and then you were zipping over here. No, let's be patient on that. I need more MGs. Can I do it? Okay, I gotta go take those grunts out. That's gonna annoy the heck out of me. We have that negotiator who's causing that. SHQ grunts you scrap. We still got the 100 people, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, yellow. Hello, yellow. I am interested in this. We'll see if we can get something there next turn. Alright, for now you can stand... Actually, you come over here. Okay, I've already moved you. Okay. One of those autopsy AI computer things installed gives instruction. Yep. Yep. The AI is, he has some opinions. Some strong opinions about things. Alright, what are we gonna do here? I keep trying to get surrounds and we keep just completely failing. Let's see if we can maybe break through here.
Engage the enemy.
Mission accomplished.
And then here.
Engage the enemy.
Boo.
Here's this. Rise like this.
Not happy with that. Not happy with that at all. Okay, over here we do have a surround, and yeah, I'm sorry, Green. Do your best.
Engaging enemy.
Abby using his 18-month super chat. Thank you, Babel, for all the fun time you're providing us. Also, remember to upgrade the computer. Are you guys living vicariously through our AI overlord? In the year 8000, we can actually afford RAM again, apparently. All right, just for you, Abby. Let's go upgrade the computer. If I can find the dang card. Yeah, this card shuffle thing needs to not happen anymore. I know we have one. Am I that blind? Poll citizen, defrag, recruit, war game, recruit, maintenance, corrupt. You know what? I'm never gonna play this corrupt. Get out of here. Recruit, passion, junior, peace. Decrease, decrease, increase force. Call, increase, call. Change, recruit, speech. There it is. My goodness.
Roger that.
Yeah, we have upgraded the computer's logic circuit. All right, now... Yeah, we have all kinds of... Yeah, we actually have like some extra MGs, kinda, sorta. Kinda, sorta. What I want is... Let's get you guys in here. You guys will stuff that hole. Motorized? You should be like way over there. Okay, and then the actual motorized. Okay, next turn we're gonna make an attempt on that. Can you get closer? I don't want to spend all my PP on that. In fact, I know exactly what I'm gonna spend my other PP on. We need a war game. I want to pump my XP for the new unit pretty hard for a couple turns. Oops, that was not what I should have been doing. I don't know why I keep not seeing that city there. Okay, that is the troop movement for the turn. We're still working on the apartments, unfortunately. Okay, here... Yeah, we're just kind of done again for the time being. We're making food, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, we finished social housing. Construct government level 2 social housing. A little bit of an experiment there. It's been a long time since I did that. I normally only use worker housing. Okay, we're getting the mine. Getting the barracks. getting the apartments, and I'm gonna send you the colonist cistern. Can't do anything with you yet. We were making storage. Yeah, apartments is done. Some extra storage is done. Yeah, we can store 27,000 oil now. That should be good. And we're working on High Command Palace. We got 7 turns left. That'll be a while. Ice mine. Boy, the civvies really like mining ice on this planet. We have like a glut of ice, unfortunately. I had multiples. No, I had 4 cards. I'm sure they're still there. Nation. Yeah, we got 3 more. They're just 21 a pop. Okay, hopefully we will take this next turn or a couple turns maybe. Replenishments. We need at least... Oh, we cannot get everybody. Okay. Gonna need to just chill on and get our recruitment done again. Glaciers provide... I mean, you ice mine the glaciers too. You actually have to build the building. They don't just auto-collect water. Yeah, like this. But, yeah, it's not worth anything is the thing. Alright, I am very glad we got that city in the south. If we were 1 turn slower, I don't think we would have got that. And having 53,000 people is not nothing. So that's a pretty good score. I mean, that's like 10 MG units that I just secured. Now you guys could finish off these yellow troops for me. Or, and you could move away from my city. There you go. Okay. Okay. He's not the worst friend I've ever had. That's all I'm saying. Gets a little too into my personal bubble, but that's, you know. That is not a good sign. So we actually are doing this, huh? We're actually doing this. God, and yellow has been so concentrated. It's like he's been dehydrated all day, and then here he is. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit, yellow. My favorite part is when you die, and I don't. A lot of shuffling going on here. Now, like I said, I don't think he has another town. Like, he might have a little podunk thing up there. Maybe he has something over here, but I think he's close to being done too. We should check to see what the population of Galt is. I have a feeling he recruited all of his pop out. Kind of what yellow did in GR Mall. When we captured it, it only had like 30,000 people in it. Which it should have had like 200,000. Killed 30 guns and lost 100 infantry, 10 tanks. Alright. Got some extra XP. Exemplary CEO. Old man in a tub. Conquered Keat Deep. Well, we knew it was gonna happen, right? Why is it never when Babel gets to choose when wars start? Peaceful Babel, just parking my ships in my beautiful island harbor. No one's gonna attack me because I'm neutral. Got another upgrade card. Embassy. At least you tried to have people. You did. You did. I even gave him money, and you know how soul-wrenching that is for me. All right, group move. Get up to that front line. Okay, now, we still don't have any idea what's out here. I think we're going to do some upgrading if I have recruits. I have some recruits. This is probably more important than whatever else I need to do. So, the 14th unit admin upgrade. I want to take you to an MG2. That's going to add 1,000 RPGs. Just because I don't know if he has armor out here or not. Also, the third, you should not be that far away. Shysta. I was on group move still. Not what I wanted to do. Alright, it's not the end of the world. Upgrade. Hold on, let me make sure I get the right unit. The 21st MGs. Upgrade to MG2s. Alright, replenishment troops. I'm gonna need 2,000 RPGs, please. And then everyone else go into Dust Warriors. Okay, we do not have enough reinforcements to do everything this turn. God, we're so close to getting us around here. All right, I believe. I believe. Come on.
Kill confirmed.
Okay, not bad. Boink. 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 And then we attack this with the Fury of Lemonade. Go. You need 2,000 soldiers to replace. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We're only recruiting about 2,500 a turn. All right, and then you guys squeeze on in there. All right, we have us around such that it is. We have a little break here. I don't think anything's gonna zip through there though. Okay, red balloon. Yeah. He's got these giant MG units. These were so wasteful. These have really not done anything. The regiments. They're annoying because I have to like have really big attacks on them, but they're not killing anything. Okay, move up, move up. Oh, no. All cool, all cool. Yeah, see, I'm getting units that are stuck here. I don't like that. I'm gonna need another MG unit.
Operation successful.
You're losing power at an alarming rate. We could go turn up the generator. That's not an alarm. It's 231. Look, I left the bathroom light on. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Wow. Cheeky much there, buddy? I don't really appreciate what you're doing.
Mission completed.
Yeah. Step back, please. All hands must stay outside the APC.
Mission complete.
That is so many machine guns. Oops. Yeah. I've wanted to kill you since turn like 30. Just so we're on the same page.
Mission completed.
All right, but we're not really heading off that direction. These guys, we're gonna need to choose real careful where we send these. This is our creme de la creme here. Oh, hey, Gladiator. One of the Gladiator friends of the commander, he's an able fighter, provides the troop he's embedded with a 200 attack bonus and a 200 HP bonus. That is really good, actually. The way HP works in this game, you don't actually like take damage. It's you have to roll higher attack than the HP of the unit you're attacking. If you roll lower, they don't take damage, although they can take hits, which have other ramifications. If you roll higher, then you get a kill. And then there's other rolls that take place. So 200 extra HP on, I guess I don't know what technically he's attached to. But like, if we look here, if we have 290 HP So 200 is almost like what, a 70% bonus? 60% bonus, something like that? That's a lot. That's a lot. All right, you can chill there for a turn. Okay, did we get our artillery? Nope, I can already see nope, we have not got our artillery yet. And we have more MGs. Okay, these ones march that way. These ones don't do a group move, Babel, because that would be foolish. You've already done that once this turn. That's why you gotta be careful with group move. Okay, yeah, you guys are gonna filter into this area. Okay, and then now that we're hot, I'm gonna take this. I will take all that. God, they're really just not letting me get us around over here, are they? Let's change tactics and maybe pony up against this side.
Engage the enemy.
I mean, if nothing else, we're keeping them off balance so they can't do any attacking.
Yes, rise like us.
Rosh Dinkus. Okay. Then you... Alright, we'll deploy green out. I'm probably gonna need... Well, hold on. We have some... Okay, no. Just sit on that for the time being. That's fine. Okay, and up here... We're hoping that this will be a good attack, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Send the motorized. It's mechanized, technically, Abby. I think is what you're talking about. The motorized are these things in the east with the trucks. The mechanized is pure tread. The east to fight with the crypto. The crypto. Maybe. We'll have to decide here. I can't move them this turn. I'm probably gonna need one turn to rally them and then one turn to strat move them. Although I'm probably not even gonna be able to strat move them until I can get back to Mega Mall or GR Mall, because I don't think we have the logistics. All right, this is a gamble, but I'm gonna gamble. Let's throw the dice. We've gotten quite a few good lucky attacks, so I can't really complain if we bounce off of this. Yeah, close. Very close. Yeah, I can't really complain about that. We should, quote unquote, be able to get that next turn. Oh, geez, I even had actions here. Apparently we're gonna have to send in the troops.
Copy that.
Yeah, I don't love that. We did succeed. New governor. Who dis? Do we have any civies? Merc. Junior, senior, civ.
Roger that.
Negative. That's a 12 intelligence.
Roger that.
Did we start like using lead paint or something in my nation? A 13. A cap 2 with 13 intelligence.
Roger that.
I thought the AI was supposed to make them smarter. All right. Kylie here. Look how smug she is. She knows. 46 intelligence. Although you look like a soldier of some sort, even though you were a civilian. Interesting. All right, Kylie is who we would like. All right, Kylie, you're in. I like your purple shirt. New commander for the 27th MG. This is a new unit. And we have two choices. 42 war. Or 33. Sure, you're in, buddy. You're highly qualified. I think the AI said he was going to make people smarter, but he actually just made them stupider and more dependent on him. I'm just saying, these don't feel like better leaders. These definitely don't feel like better leaders. All right, we got 73 points left. Is there a world where we can do something to green? Green, what did we end up with? 2. I spent 1,000 credits and we're at 2. I don't think that's happening at the moment. Okay. Hochstein. Can we do something with you? We have an embassy with them. We could auto-succeed a scientific cooperation. Sure. Yeah. I'm in. Getting lots of Diplo with them will make it hard for them to declare war on me. How good of friends are we, friend? 100. We're 100. Check the overture card. Okay. Difficulty formula is based on the difference between your relation and the AI's intention. And our relation is 2. So I don't think it's high enough to get off. And no, I can't look this term, but I don't think it's playable. I don't think we're close enough. I will continue to explore peaceful options because, like I said, I can't reach this with our logistics. I would need to fight into the giant radio. This is 441 rads. Every 100 is like a major jump up in pain. Fight through the nuclear wasteland to that. I'd have to build a gas station. This is like a 50-turn endeavor to get to Le Mans. And that's the closest target. There's just no world where I'm interested in this. There's nothing to gain except for casualties. Speaking of that, do we have an all for the front? We have never played one of those. We don't. Weird. I always have a bajillion of those. Yeah, there's just nothing to gain from green. So I would much rather fight anyone but green because there's actually things to take. Points to be made. We got Bosto. We couldn't afford the inn anymore, so we took the inn off when the sign got broke. Okay, and I did want to look. What's your pop? Okay, 114, which actually isn't everyone. So 164,000. This is nice. We should be able to basically get Galt's population. Galt, 3.7%. Okay, so if let's do some rounding. Let's call it 4% of the planet is 150,000. These are really rough numbers. This would be 10. Let's call that 15. So he's got over 1 million pop. If my very, very, very rough stream math is correct. Not okay. Hey, we moved in the second place though. That little bit of pop did it. That's a lot of population. That also means that this guy only has about 50 or 60,000 people. Landing League. So he's basically gone. It would be really nice if I could make this guy our ally, because we could add our victory scores together and we would be about tied with crypto. Okay, but that is going to be a thing for next time. I will go ahead and do the computer upgrade because people are just really jonesing for that if I can find the ding card. Now it's on page 1, just because.
Roger that.
Okay, we upgraded its RAM circuitry. Just out of curiosity, is that showing as like level up or anything? Still a level 1 computer. Has not upgraded yet. We've put 100 PP into our computer. Don't even make the joke. Okay, but that's going to be it. We're over our 3-hour mark for tonight, so that's going to have to be that. We're doing all right. We're basically at war with all but one nation we will probably be at war with. I'm feeling okay. Unless I see like a bajillion tanks roll up, I think we're okay. And if we do see that, well, we're in some problems. I would really, really, really like to capture this. Some extra pop here would be really, really nice, and it'll melt all these orange troops away. And then maybe we could picket our friendly border and half the number of defenders we need, and then we could use that to shore up our other defenses. I would really like to just dig in here and not have active fighting, aka no offensive units here. Maybe one just in case of emergencies, like probably a motorized. Our mechanized is definitely going to go east. I don't know if maybe we'll sweep through here and just kill off these miners and we can jump into inland. We're actually not very far. I betcha we could get logistics through here to get to that. And I mean, heck, we could pull logistics from our capital to get there. So this is very doable. And if we take that, then we can take this. So there's some action here. Bosto, again, we could definitely take. So we have a lot of near-term goals at least. All right, as usual, if you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. It helps me a ton. If you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. I'd love to have you back here or maybe in the comments of one of my videos. If you want to support the channel, you can always join me live for a super chat, leave a super thanks on a video or VOD. Consider becoming a member of the channel. As members of the channel, you get early access to videos that I'm working on. A whole slew of things up this week, and I'm going to be working on some more Steam. I think it's Next Fest. I don't know. There's a billion demos up. I'm in my busy time at work, so I see demo, I download demo. that's the level of time I have at the moment. There's also a Patreon linked in the channel info if you want to just leave me a tip. Beyond that, I do have a Discord. You're welcome to join for free. You don't need to be a member or anything. I do an @everyone 15 minutes before I go live. So if YouTube doesn't tell you when that's happening, that's a way you can get it. If you just want to hang out or see if you want to join some multiplayer or something, you can always mute the announcement channel and hang out without those annoying pings. All right, guys, have a great day. I will see you on Wednesday. Same Shadow Empire place, same Shadow Empire channel. I'll catch you there. Babble out.